I know, it's so nice. It's so hot today.
I know.
Hello.
Okay. Where are you from?
I'm originally from Los Angeles, California.
And how are you discovered?
I was actually discovered at a hair salon. That's when I did my first photo shoot. I was waiting for my friend to get her hair done, and the head of the company came up and asked me if I would do their next campaign. And I wasn't signed then, and then after I did that, I just went to all the open calls and got rejected like 15 times, and then I got signed with Wilhelmina. Yeah.
So what magazines and ads have you been in?
Well, I just did the Genetic Denim campaign, and then I've also just recently been in Oyster magazine. I've done Hunger magazine. It's not out yet, but I just did the Brian Lichtenberg campaign, and yeah, I've only been signed about 9 months, so I'm getting there.
And how do you feel about having this as a career?
It's, I love it. I love what I do, and I think it's really fun. It can definitely be a lot more challenging than I think people think, but I actually, first and foremost, I'm a musician. I play ukulele and guitar, but my main instrument's ukulele, and so that's kind of what I'm pursuing, and then modeling is a really good thing to go along with that. And through modeling, I've discovered so many things that I never even knew I was interested in, like styling. I've been assistant styling on all these photo shoots, and like I actually made this dress. I've always been into designing, but more now that I've been kind of immersed in the fashion industry, it's given me a lot of things it's opened me up to. So has sparkly buttons.
How would you describe your type or like specialty or niche?
Definitely editorial. I do a lot of editorial, like I think when I was growing up, like kids always said I looked like an alien and like kind of like edgy and weird, but now that's what's helping me. So like that.
And what models do you look up to?
I really love Abby Lee Kershaw. She's a super cool look, and I respect the fact that she's an artist. I like models that are more than models. Like me, I would like to think I'm not just a model. I'm an artist and a musician and all these things, So like people like Abby Lee Kershaw and I don't know, I'm bad with names. I didn't have a think, but yeah, just artist girls I think are really rad.
What would your ideal job be?
If I wasn't modeling? Playing sweet tunes all the time. That's what I would like to do. And I also I went to school for poetry, so I write as well, and right now I'm putting together like a little compilation of poems about New York, so I would just be publishing that probably if I wasn't modeling.
Do you consider yourself to be lucky?
Yes. Yes, every day I'm like so grateful for what I do. The fact that I get a chance to, what I mostly want to do is I want to travel with modeling, and I don't really have the means to do that otherwise. And so far I've gotten, in such a short amount of time, I've gotten to go to Mexico, and I've gone to London, and all these places, and that is what I'm so grateful for, because when else would I get that opportunity? It's amazing.
What other advantages do you have being a model, other than traveling?
Well, I think it teaches you a lot about, because you have to have a really thick skin for modeling, and it sometimes I've battled with feeling like insecure, and then being like, why am I insecure? I've never been insecure. Like, is it the industry? But then that in itself I think is helpful, because it allows you to be strong and be like, no, I don't have to be this insecure person. Like, I'm just like, I'm doing this with hundreds and hundreds and thousands of other girls. Like, I'm still here, I'm still me, and you can have, like I said, like there's so many opportunities within the modeling industry for after modeling, because we all know it's not forever. So it opens a lot of doors, I think.
What did you do before modeling?
Well, I was a student. I went to the New School in New York City for poetry, as I said before. And I did that, and it was really lovely, and I love learning a lot, but I've never been good in a classroom. And even though the New School is like one of the most liberal schools, Parsons is part of it, and it's so liberal and amazing, and if I was to be in a college, I'd want to be there, but I just wasn't good in a classroom. And then when modeling took off, I did 1 year. I'm 20 years old, so I did 1 year, and then modeling kind of picked up, and I couldn't balance it, and I just decided, school will always be there. This opportunity won't, so I took it. It's going well. I'm going.
Would you rather have a car or a diploma?
A car, only because as someone, I don't need to be in school to be learning. Like, I'm a writer, so I'm constantly reading. I have a book in my bag right now, like, you can learn, and you don't necessarily have to have a degree, especially for what I'm doing. Like, I want to be in the arts, and right now, at this point in my life, I don't need a diploma.
Would you rather live the American way or be a socialist?
I don't know. I don't really want to put myself into living any certain kind of way. I kind of just want to, as cliche as it sounds, I kind of just want to go with the flow and see where it takes me and see what I end up doing on my own, rather than thinking, am I living this certain kind of path? Like, I just want to do my own thing.
What does the American way mean to you?
Well, when you say that, like, the first thing I think of is, like, I don't know, I think of Texas for some reason. That pops into my head. Like, my dad's from Texas, and I don't know, I just think of, like, all American, like, working hard, to have a family, to pay for the, I don't know, I just think of kind of like a movie definition of the American dream, I guess.
What does the future look like to you?
Honestly, if there's one thing that modeling has taught me, it's that you cannot predict anything. Like, you won't even know you have a job until the night before the job. Like, anything, when I went to Mexico, I found out I was going to Mexico, like, officially the day before I went. Like, I have no idea what the future holds, because everything can change so much. Last year, I was living in New York City in college, and then I got signed, and my life literally did a 180, and now I'm here, and, like, back where I grew up, and traveling, and I don't even know. You never know, and I think that's what is the beauty of it.
Do you want children?
Oh my goodness. Yeah, I mean, I've gone through a lot of phases with that in my life. Like, when I was younger, I was like, I'm never having kids, blah, 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 like, life sucks. And then I was like, my sister's adopted from China, and when that happened, I was like, I need to adopt. Like, that, it was one of the most amazing experiences in my life, and I went to China and, was part of the whole process, and that's when I was like, I really want to adopt. And now, I'm kind of like, oddly curious what my kids would look like. I don't know if that's a reason to have kids, but I'm just, like, very, like, curious as to how they would turn out and what they would be interested in. Now, yeah, I do want to have kids, but down the line.
So
down
when do
the
you
line.
think people should have kids?
I think that people should have kids whenever they're in a point in their life when they're responsible enough to have kids. So if that means you have kids when you're 20 years old because you're responsible enough and have the income to have kids, then do it. If that means that you're not responsible enough until you're 30 years old, then do it then. I think that that's the time, not necessarily like an age. But what do I like best about LA? I mean, I love the sunshine. I think it helps with emotions a lot. When it's sunny, you feel better. I don't like the extreme heat, though. Like, I don't like it to be 100 degrees in April, but I like it to be like 75 degrees in January, which is what we also have, so I appreciate that a lot. God, I feel so, like, not knowledgeable.
What? Okay, this is the last one.
Okay.
So don't freak out. What's your favorite book, movie, music? Like, what are you into right now?
Oh my god. Well, I'm like a huge book nerd. Like, I have so many favorite books. Recently I read The Virgin Suicides by Jeffrey Eugenides, I think is how you pronounce his last name. And I absolutely, it's a movie and a book, obviously. I saw the movie after, but the book, if you've only seen the movie, you should definitely read the book because it is fucking brilliant. Like, I literally fell in love with his writing style. And I actually just got his other book, which is called The Marriage Plot, which is in my backpack right now. So that's what I'm reading right now. I'm not as obsessed with it, to be honest, which is a little disappointing, but The Virgin Suicides I just read. That's in my brain as being a masterpiece. Yeah.